Hello, everyone, and happy 2019. As the description says, this was not planned to be my first video of the new year, but sometimes you have to sit down and draw. So, for personal reasons, today I decided to sit down and draw. And not just draw, I'm going to do a full black and white pencil drawing, which I haven't done in a long time, so we're going to jump into it. And frankly, I have no idea what I'm going to do today, so I'm just doing it for fun and laughs. And if you're watching this in the future, thank you for tuning in. Got myself some royalty-free background music because you always need that on YouTube. Let's see. Let me just organize myself. I got wires everywhere to make sure my devices don't run out of power during the stream. Get them out the way. Don't want to tangle myself up. All right. Just organize myself. Come on now. There we go. Okay, what are we doing? What are we doing today, guys? How about some random monster sketches? Let's do some monsters. Why not? First on the menu is a sketch, which will hopefully match the final product of a toy I'm currently working on. I started designing some new transforming monster toys, which I love to do. I love making transformers, but I'm slowly working on a kind of brand, if you would, of toys, prototypes, my own toy. It might never even reach the market. Let me twist a little bit. There we go. They might never even reach the market. It's just my own little thing I'm doing for fun, in which they're humans, or maybe in this case even an animal, that then transforms into a grotesque monster. Kind of what Animorphs tried to do back in the 90s with the same people who did Beast Wars, but with a bit more success. So somewhere between Beast Wars slash Animorphs, transformation toys, uh, with inspiration from the old Ghostbuster lines. Remember those Ghostbuster toys were really creepy? Not creepy, but just like a woman who like half her body opened up to her mouth. There was a cop who was like, um, he looked like the cop. He looked like the T-1000 from Terminator, but he became a skeleton. Like all these like weird designs. I love those guys. They were really cool. So I'm like I said, I'm right now just kind of estimating what the final toy will look like. So I'm working backwards. The drawing might not match the toy in the end. We'll see what happens with that. kind of an alligator snout. And I should switch this because for the toy, the upper jaw is what actually goes. It's actually the part that moves, not the lower jaw. My camera keeps turning. There we go. This bottom jaw sticks out too much. Or maybe the top jaw rather doesn't stick out enough. Bring the snout out a little bit. It just reminds me how much I have trouble drawing like angles like this. I can never be an anthropomorphic artist. People who love drawing like furries and stuff. I can never get the angle right for long snouts. I don't have the skill for that. I need to practice that. And we got someone in the video. Well, someone's watching us. I could guess who it is, but I can't really see it right now. Whoever you are, thank you for joining us. Kind of want to give him like gator-like scales, which I know are very like square-like and rough. So let's do that right now. And alligators also tend to have two sets of like spike scales going down their tails and bodies, not like a singular fin. So we have something like that going down the front of the face. With this bulbous orb-like thing on top of the head, because as of right now, as the toy is slowly being made, I put a big ratchet joint on top of the head, which is what allows the jaw to move up and down. So when I go to paint it, I'll make it this weird like pulsating orb where its brain or eyes should be, because it has no eyes, which also adds to the creepy factor. There are no eyes on this. I'm gonna give him like a snap trap kind of jaw. So he has two, make them bigger, two big tusk-like teeth in the front, right? Two bigums. There you go. And then one in the center bottom that just kind of interlock when he snaps down. Kind of like the characters from Splatoon. How Splatoon characters have the teeth top and bottom. Same thing with this guy. Just give him some random scaling. Some kind of chap lip. Yeah, like chap lips. Just lots of wrinkles and lots of breaks in the flesh. Give it that, once again, give him that reptile feel. Put in the bottom as well. And because I want him to be a little weird, he's gonna have a mane. See, he's reptilian in first appearance, but then he has like fur on his neck. I guess he's kind of like that. There's a, I believe, an Egyptian creature in myth, Egyptian myth, where it's like a alligator mixed with like several other creatures, and it has hair. So this is gonna have hair all around his neck. A little bit of tough, bit of a little tougher hair beneath, but most of it's on top. Most of it's just like wild. And you can tell I can't draw hair. I just draw freaking triangles everywhere. I cannot draw hair to save my life. And that's why we do this. Practice, practice, people. Okay, let's add some darkness in there. Let's see how it looks. Let's have the light come this way. Actually, if I'm gonna do that, let me build it up first. There we go. Okay, now we can get back in there. I've already drawn this character, or at least his head, like in sketches about like 3 times, and every time I draw him, he comes out a little differently. It's a kind of learn as you go when it comes to this particular character. I don't know what his final look is going to be, so I just estimate and move forward from there. Let's see this. Darken that a little bit. Well, yeah, there it is, my jet black. He has a big old fat waggly tongue. Little, not even little, big nasty gland uh, taste buds. Got some weird nasty veins on top of his head orb thingy. My phone just beeped, sorry about that. Let me twist this a little bit. There we go. For anyone tuning in, we're just doing some monster drawings. I always hear this little melody they're playing. I always hear it, and it turns out it's labeled via YouTube as fair use. No wonder everyone freaking plays it. Put some jet black on these little dotted scales. Make them stand out a bit more. As well as in between these larger scales. There we go. Now, let's see if we can make this hair look good. Do. That's weird. My audio just automatically paused itself. It's very odd. Now, I mentioned earlier this creature conceptually goes from a regular person, a regular creature, into a monstrous alligator-like alien thing. What it actually starts off as is a golden retriever. So the mane is actually a nice blonde color. Not shown here because once again we're doing this in black and white. But which is why I'm not going to put too much dark shading into it because I want it to be mostly light colored. Mostly. see this, people? This is what happens with Pokemon. Orange, spade and neuter. Spade and neuter your Pokemon, people. And once again, let's go in with a deeper color. Nice Prismacolor Jet Black. I should have gone and looked up some references for Lion's Mane. You know, really make this work. But I'm feeling lazy. Now, nice black outline. There we go. That's what you do, people. You practice all your shading, and you still end up doing a black outline. That's the beauty of American animation. No matter how much shading you do, still put a black outline. Why not? It's stupid, but we do it anyway. And I'd say that's good for our first monster. Let me see. Just using my eraser to clean up some edges, bring some white back to some spots. There we go. Let's see if we can make his little face frills stand out a bit more. A little more black beneath the tongue. I like it. Wow. It's already been 34 minutes. Jesus Christ. That's what YouTube tells me anyway. It's been 34 minutes. Time flies when you're talking to yourself while drawing. Just give me a second as I try to sharpen my pencil. There we go. Woo! Woo! Perfect. What to do next? Maybe I should stick with the same topic. Who have I not drawn? What monster, what transforming monster have I not drawn? At least not drawn for a while. I have several ideas, trying to think who to pick. Oh, how did you get there? Come here. Ah, okay. Let me think. Let me think. Screw it. I'll make it up as I go along. Let's lean towards Cthulhu, sea creature, monster-esque. So let's go with a bulbous eye. Yeah, it seems like a good spot to start off on. Gonna go with a big bulbous eye. Give it a pointed nose. Ooh, I got it. Let's work with angles. Give it a kind of a pointed nose, right? But we're gonna have that sink inward. Instead, give them a pointed jaw, if it wants to work with me. Come on. Almost a beak-like jaw. There we go. Like a trap jaw kind of look. In fact, if the jaw is going to be almost bone-like, like this, like a crab's claw, let's put the whole head in a shell. So it's more like this meaty piece here is coming out of the shell. And there's the regular eye, more or less. Small. There we go. Need to fit the brain inside. Where, you gotta put the rest of the head. Put some kind of scale-like growth where the jaw meets. Yeah, so his head in itself is like in a claw almost. Not sure what to do. Not sure what to do with the neck, so we're just gonna skip that and go right into the darkening of the picture. Let's define these odd lumps in the shell. It definitely has a Masters of the Universe. Is it Trapjaw? I think it's a Trapjaw kind of feel to him. Cause Trapjaw also had a funny helmet on. Mm-mm. I don't want to define the top here too much because I want the skin to kind of stretch into the shell. Oh, now my chat finally popped open. Oh, my chat popped up. Hello, everyone. Soup and Crackers, if you're still with us, thank you very much. Let's go with the same shading, more or less, coming from the top. One of these days, I'll have a proper setup to do these live streams, aside from just hanging my phone above me. Yo, back at you, dude. Good to have you in the stream. I'm liking this character. I have no idea how I would use him in any story or even, in even a sculpting concept. I'm not sure, where he fits anywhere in the universes I've created, quote unquote. But I like him so far. Just the right amount of goofiness and body horror. I know it's you, Capian. Capian. You know what is it? In every campaign, you have that one moment where the guy clad in full armor decides he wants to try stealth. I still stand by what I said. We need to do a nice D&D session again. I don't care if it's bare bones. I wanna play pretend again. Oh, with that being said, since I have three of my bros right now in the chat, if anyone's down to hang out tomorrow, I'm down for it. I have no idea what I'm doing tomorrow. I have no plans exactly, but I'm down for a hangout. So we go officially text each other tomorrow. Not in the chat, of course. We'll talk about that tomorrow and somewhat early morning. Now, for those of you who don't know, uh, who might be watching this later on when it's saved on YouTube, my associate here, going by the name of Capian, uh, there was a funny part in the campaign where he achieved apparently like water efficient armor, but at no point in the campaign did the character really enter a moment where they were aware of this. Like, whether or not the player knew, it doesn't matter if the character had no idea. And I'm sure he could attest to it. Just like, we were laughing after the fact because the DM was like, "I gave you water-based armor. You could swim in full metal armor. And you just threw it away." It's like what the character didn't know. No one knew about it. And the DM was just like, you could tell he was like biting his lip the entire time, waiting for that armor to be used, and it never got used. Basic, basically, from what the DM described, he had armor that made him Aquaman, but Aquaman in like Iron Man armor. So normally armor you just sink. In this case, like he could wear full armor, be the tank of the group, and not have any damage when in water. But once again, never, as far as the character was concerned, he never knew about it, so it never got used. I need to reassess how I do my setup here. Not for the live stream, just in general. I got a bunch of stuff on the table. So every time I start going like really hard with the pencil, everything shakes. I'm afraid every piece of art material I have is gonna collapse on me, and I'm gonna be buried like freaking Seymour Skinner's in that Simpson episode when he's buried beneath the newspapers. My family's gonna find me dead in a month, stuck beneath like boxes of Crayola markers. All right, we got ourselves a crocodile dog, a crab man, crab people. What the hell is that meme, by the way? Crab people, crabs are people. It's just some stupid meme. It's not from freaking South Park. It's some like other meme. So I just read the chat right now. Oh my god. I got one for you. If you want to really mess with people in the future, I want it in my will that my coffin will double as like um those glitter bombs, like the ones you mail to someone that you really hate. So in it's like millions of years from now, when they dig me up and open it up, it just be a glitter a glitter bomb just goes off. Oh, on the note of crab-like people, I've already talked to Katorius Rex about this. To everyone else watching this video, check out Aquaman. It is cheesy, has a excess amount of CGI, but it actually is a really entertaining film though. A bit heavy on the lore. They have to like squeeze a lot of backstory into what makes Atlantis, but it's cool because it's kind of as Doug Walker described it, it's kind of like they try to do Lord of the Rings with DC, and it works. You have lots of like crab-like people and mermaid-like people. They explain like the history of Atlantis. It's kind of they kind of have to fit a lot of backstory into it, but it's not just someone sitting there telling you it. They do show it. It's a really good spectacle. The movie is beautifully done in terms of like creating a whole world, even if it is a lot of CGI. The fight scenes are well choreographed, especially a fight scene they have between Black Manta and a number of people. I'm not gonna tell you what the fight scene is, but it's still really, really good. Yeah, want to see some cool visuals? Check out check out Aquaman. It's really a cool movie. They finally made a good movie aside from Wonder Woman, but many of you know how I feel about the ending of Wonder Woman. It was a good, nice two acts. Too bad the third act kind of failed. I'm just reading your chat, you guys. Freaking you're great in chat. Yeah, I think Red. You said the face cam didn't work, and frankly, I think I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the face cam not working. You know, you don't want someone using it as blackmail years later. But if we could get the audio to work and do some splicing of just us screaming, yeah, that would be great. And then some creative censorship, so even it could even be put up on YouTube if you wanted to, or of course Twitch. Put some really creative censorship in there. Oh, Bomberman, yes, a nice PvP of Bomberman. We'll look forward to that. Okay, let's see if we can squeeze in one more random creature right here. Let's see, another nice creature. Kind of trying to stick in the vein of these guys. Uh, let's do a front view. Oh, you know what? Let's draw. Crap, I forgot if our eyes were forward or sideways. Nah, I'll improvise. I'm gonna draw the character I already have, but a different angle. There's like nothing much to this character other than the fact that most of her face is this one giant, like, beak-like shell. And she wears a hoodie. She is an urban horror creature. She also has a secondary pair of eyes on top here. So definitely bug-like. She kind of has the feel of that woman from Beetlejuice when she like stretches out her jaw and mouth. Just like it's eerie because she has no real face. It's just this picture is just like a beak on top of a beak. I believe someone just tried to text me. Don't know who it was. Yo, Seth, good to have you. Nothing much, just drawing some monsters right now. Ugh, now all these background songs are quite enjoyable. Sorry about that, guys. And a 6H. Like, it's such a barely noticeable color, but it barely noticeable lead, but it still helps with the blending. You don't see it, but I'd imagine the character probably has like not even dreadlocks, but like tendrils off the back of the head that look like dreadlocks. I just do these little zigzags in the background. Then I'll gray it out right now because you can't really see it anyway. There you go. More like wires for hair as opposed to actual hair. Then there we go. Let's just do a nice big black outline around the hoodie. Just gonna adjust the camera for a minute. Well, so to answer the chat, one, there is a way also on YouTube to like schedule streams and let people know ahead of time, which I keep forgetting how to do, and just in general to do it. Two, yes, in the future I will shoot out some texts across the board to friends and whatnot, letting you guys know when I start streaming, just because I should do that more often. And three, saying that looks like a Power Ranger villain fills me with joy. We can all strive to look like Power Ranger villains. In fact, I actually came across the sketches I did, the concept sketches for Mecha Small Times concept, where he wanted like the kind of putty character you know, the standard goon and like the henchman. I found the original two drawings I did. They're on my Instagram, but I found the actual drawings, and I want to make those costumes just because I want to make like the kind of like crow or eagle like henchman. It's like an eagle and a ninja. The other one was like a pharaoh met like a robotic skeleton. Like those are the two sketches I did, and I love those designs. I just want to make them. You know what, guys? I think I'm gonna stop it there. It's already been like an hour and a half. I know some people do these streams for like 3 hours playing Fortnite and crap, but I think I'm gonna stop it here because it's been a bit of a day for me. Um, Katorius Rex knows why it's been a day for me, but not a bad day, just a long day. Thank you everyone for tuning in, and yes, let's touch base on Hangouts, touch base on streaming and all that good stuff. And to anyone else watching this in the future, once again, I am Dante. Like, favorite, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I'll see you in the future. Later. Woo!